Good. Good luck. Have fun tonight.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Mark Weaver and Jerry Johnson in the booth, live.
Test. All right.
And testing.
All right. We have a
Race to 9 Scotch doubles match tonight.
little Scotch doubles. Mark, who do we got? Gary Newdecker, Todd Trubenbach, I think.
Trubenbach? That's a very good attempt, Jerry.
Matt Sherman and Tang. Tang X, we'll call it.
Tang X, yep. So race to 9, BCA rules.
Now this might be bumping too loud, so we
winner
got to watch
that
move
over there. Okay.
We've been having issues with this. I had Ray look at it, the one that hooked everything up.
And if anybody can give us a audio check, other than maybe George. George, we trust you, though. Just got to wonder what that setting is on those hearing aids, bud.
Brutal. Ripping on Georgie.
But, hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in, too. We are kicking this off. One match only tonight. There was previously advertised 2, but had some scheduling problems. Gordy, that's awesome. Thanks for messaging.
All right, thanks, Gordy. Much better.
And thank you, too, Bells. I know who you are, P&B Apparel. I figured it out.
Mark Steinhaus. All right, we're
Mark
good.
Steinhaus. Grandpa Steinhaus.
If it's too loud, let me know, too. But we should have everything dialed in, hopefully. So, all right, Gary's up there. Ooh, nice.
Gary Newdecker does not need a shot clock. I'll say this right now.
Dave Strickland sounds good.
However, now he's taking this. Come on, Gary.
All right, there is a shot clock in here.
Yeah. Is it 45 still, or did it get moved up to a minute?
45 seconds.
Okay.
And each team, Mark, gets one timeout per game.
One extension.
So if you and I are playing and you're stuck in a jam, you take a timeout. I don't get one after that.
Well, extension, though.
Extension.
A
timeout extension. I meant extension, yes.
I think from having played with the shot clock, I think on the break, that one should maybe go to a minute. Just because you have to
after the break?
Yeah, right. The one immediately after the break.
That gets too confusing for the guy, though.
Yeah.
They can do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Let me tell you what, you guys played pretty damn good last week.
With the speed it up, yeah, we did. Maybe we go to a minute because a lot of times people won't take a minute anyways.
Bob and Emily from Arizona.
Some of our loyal viewers. Thanks for tuning in down there as always.
All right.
We appreciate it.
He's okay. He has a 2-ball as a stopper here. He wanted to come back a little bit farther.
Thank you, Dan. Hey, appreciate it. Glad we're coming in loud and clear for you.
How many?
Oh, that's a tough little miss in the corner there.
Hey.
And that ball went, Gary. He ain't going to miss many of those. I've played Gary several times over the last handful of years, and I tell you what, there's not many people that are more fun to play. Win or lose. He is an absolute blessing to the community, in my opinion. He's just a lot of fun. High energy. And he nice little breaking up the 6 and the 1 and blocking that pocket for the 8 ball. So Stripes will have to do something with that 8 or look at banking it or get underneath it. And that was a great bank shot, but unfortunately he got stuck behind the 3. And if Gary is even going to make this ball, he probably won't have a shot on the 8 ball. I'm not even sure if that 8, I think the 8 will cross bank to the upper corner on your screen, but you got to be in a couple specific spots on the table. And yeah, that's a tough shot from there, Gary. That's a tough shot from there. So Matt Sherman at the table. Strong player, Gary Strong. Todd I don't know as much of. I know the last time he played very solid. And Tang is a good player as well. So, when we look at brackets, you got to consider as well, there's an upper, lower. The players involved in each of these are not only putting themselves in the ring, which you got to tip your hat to it, but they are playing in a format that not a lot of people are used to. I mean, you can play in tournaments, right? We got it. Not often, though, you're on a live stream, and not often also you're playing, a couple few hundred for an entry. So when you see these guys playing in these events, keep in mind that there is a lot of extra variables than just playing like a league match or, even in a singles tournament stuff. So we see some really good pool, and we see some things happen that, while unusual at times, it's part of the drama of playing this high-intensity match. So pretty good stuff. Oh, no. Oh, he rattled that ball, too. It looked like he almost shot just a little bit quick. That may be his tempo, though. But it does say something for, top-tier players, like pro level especially, where they go through the same pre-shot routine, couple practice strokes, and then they shoot the ball. And you see some amateurs just get up and maybe have a different approach. And while it may not be wrong for them, there are ways to possibly be a little bit more consistent. So we got a 1-0. Gary Neudecker. It looks like he's going to rack. I wonder if he's breaking for him, too.
Now, you commented when they played the last match. How'd they look together?
They looked pretty solid, yeah. They looked pretty solid.
Okay.
Todd played pretty well, and even when Matt and Tang had played, they played pretty solid. So
okay, good.
Michael, hey, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it. And good luck with that paperwork, buddy. But we appreciate everybody tuning in. If you haven't already, we mentioned as far as on the subscribing, it doesn't cost you anything. On your app or your browser, just hit the subscribe button and thumbs up, thumbs down. We appreciate it. Gary Neudecker, looks like he's second ball breaking. Nice solid pop.
Yep, into the rail and back into the rack. That was good, but I don't think he made nothing.
Did go. When I was playing last week with Josh, I was coming from that side, and I was doing a little bit of a cut break. I was trying to not really hit it solid, but hit the outside edge, go over to the right side or left side rail, down to the bottom rail, and back up into the stack. Some of my better spreads, I think, were actually when I got that 2-rail action off the cue ball, which, you want to hit it as square as possible, but sometimes that cut break seems to work. You see them do that in 9-ball and 10-ball quite a bit on the big table.
Well, I tell you what, you were making balls on the break last week. It was
might have been the best breaking I've done in a match. It's anybody that knows me knows it's the weakest part of my game.
100%.
Yeah, and it was really working for us.
Oh, that 9-ball looks like it goes on the left side over there, so they could play that 11, then the 9, then they could play the 15.
Yep.
Yeah, they could. They got a good shot at it.
And I think Matt will get him on the 9. I would like to get underneath the 1 on the 9, and that way I slide the cue ball over towards the 12 and just kind of open it up a little bit. You don't have to move the 12. Yeah, but if I get an angle on the 9 where I can do it, I'm going to just bump it a little bit.
You're on the left side of the 9, which would be great. Then you could float that cue ball up table.
Yep.
However,
now he's going to run into the 6 with the cue ball, and he might even get buried over there.
I think
to be careful.
Right, but
I would trust Matt being able, as far as in the 15, it's pretty. Oh, he's going to come this way. I think Matt wanted him to shoot that 9 from there for sure.
He did.
And now Tang's going to have to shoot, or Matt's going to have to shoot the 9 on a incredible tough back cut.
And let the cue ball run.
Yep.
Because you got to hit this with a speed, spin it in.
Good. That's pretty good safety. I like that. Look at that cue ball up there.
Yep,
that's
on the rail.
a really good spot.
Look like a one-pocket save.
Yeah, well done. Well done. Yep, that was well done. Very good strategy on that. He's going to roll off the one, it looks like, and just put the cue ball down to the lower left part or down to the bottom rail. That's a pretty good spot, too.
I didn't want to tie that. Well, you got the combo, but you didn't want to leave it up in there, you know.
Yeah, you're right. He got kind of fortunate, too, how the one had lined up with the 6. That could have really gotten nasty down there.
This game might be a while.
Yep.
You never know what Gary plays. Sometimes he gets just firing at balls.
Well, this is going to net ball in hand, though.
Well, they can
and
definitely.
I think Gary's going to open up that 2 and the 7 and the 9 are going to go for a ride here. One thing Gary does is he does break out balls very, very well. And, the 7 got stuck there, though. That's all right, though.
Stuck
6,
on the 2.
6 should work.
Look at the 2.
I might even play it safe right there. Just kind of nudge into the 7 and
he's going to drop back a little bit.
Back into it. That'll work,
nice
too.
Shot.
Very good. Very, very good. 6 goes in either pocket on the bottom of the table. The 7 will go upper left corner. He could slide over, maybe just bump the cue ball into the 3, and then have the 5. But you got to do something with the 2 up there. Nope, that one's going to hang up.
All right, now Matt.
Yeah, if I'm Matt, I'm going to go off that upper left side rail and then try to bring the cue ball into the 14 so I can shoot it in the upper right corner.
Well,
I don't think he can hold the cue ball up there.
If he can come off the rail and bump that 2, might be better also. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, you could bump the 2 as well. Looks
I'm
like
surprised he's not trying to break that out.
Well, that was a heck of a shot right there.
That
wasn't that easy. He made it look easy, though.
No, he's got a...
he doesn't have an angle to break it. Doesn't have an angle to break it or nothing. A more riskier play would be to bank the 12 in that upper left corner, but run the cue ball up to the upper end rail and run into the 2.
Boy, he has an angle to force it over there. Man, oh, man.
I wonder if he can get up enough to where Matt can bank the 14 or get up there on the upper end rail and then Matt could do a stop shot on the 14 and lock the cue ball on the 2. As long as you keep that 14 in play on that end of the table, I think you pretty much win the game. But you got to give Matt a good angle on. Oh, he's going to come back with it.
Oh, he tried to get to the left side.
Try to get
to
the left side.
Have no good angle to do it. So.
Yeah, I think I would have ran up to the upper rail as close as I could and just let Matt shoot a stop shot of that 14. Because locked up in that 2, Solids isn't doing anything, and they're not going to be able to hide from that 14 either. But now they can just do a safety. Run into the 3, or pocket the 3-6. All kinds of options here. He's going to do a safe, I think. Yeah, I like it.
No, the player's shooting at the table. Player at the table. Player at the table has to call the extension.
Yeah, because if you're not at the table, technically that'd be a foul.
Yep.
So now, Gary, what do you have in mind, my friend? Draw with low left and bring the 2 ball back to the middle of the table. Oh, you ain't going to get there. Man, Gary usually has a ton of juice on the cue ball, too. I'm surprised he didn't put a lot more spin on that ball. If anything, when I've played him before, if Gary seems when he ever would maybe miss hit a ball like that, it seems like he'd almost put too much spin on. So, interesting. Friday night tournament is getting underway, the weekly, and it is. Oh no, he gave up the 12 and a breakout. So $3,800 and some change for the jackpot tonight on the Friday night weekly. That is a ton of cheddar. Good shot. Nice
shot
control.
right there.
Yeah, nice control on that.
280 to win the term tonight. Sierra's added 100 first.
Very nice. Very nice. I like going 2 rails on this. Just like that. Beautiful. Yep. Good line on that cue ball. Look at that line. Straight in the whole time off that second rail. Rob Mattson always is a proponent of that, about using the second rail for shape.
Absolutely.
Bring it to that second rail. It's easier to control off of it, and a lot of times that second rail will give you the line that you need.
Well, a lot of times you're coming into the ball more than across.
Yeah, you're coming along the line instead of going across the line.
Yep.
So you can get that path where you're the whole time it comes off that second rail, you're on your ball on the angle that you want. So 1-1, race to 8 now. BCA rules. Biggest difference, if you scratch or fall on the break, you can put cue ball in hand anywhere on the table.
Also, 45-second shot clock.
Also, 45-second shot clock in effect.
The minute the ball stopped, 45 seconds. Boom. And then Randy's going to let him know at 15.
You know, it's too bad Father Time wouldn't be the guy doing the shot clock. It's just kind of fitting, right? Father Time.
Yeah.
I haven't seen old Billy Bob around lately. Did you kick him out?
He was here yesterday.
No, he was? Okay.
No.
I think he was here for the Vikings games too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 10 toes up snoring
Yeah, he had a little tab that morning. Bought shots from the bar several times. And
yeah.
Nice shot.
Yeah, well, they don't make a lot of them like Billy Bob. I sure wish they did, though.
All right, now Matt can bank that 9 in the right side pocket over there.
Yeah, he could float up into the 12 and put the cue ball behind the 13 for a safety, too.
Unless he can stick
That's
the rocket.
if you trust the table mechanics.
Oh, wait, that's you and Rob.
But that's a good. I think he's going to do that too. I like that shot actually. Oh, he's doing something else with the 9. Yeah, he's going to go up and put the cue ball up behind the 13.
Yep, roll behind.
I like this ball. Even if you bump into it, that's even good. Well, a little bit of a cut in the side, but I don't want to shoot that one ball.
No.
The way Gary puts a lot of spin on this cue ball, though, he's going to love to shoot this ball. Look at him.
It might go in the corner down here. Oh, he's going on the side, yeah. See, he only needs like a 10-second shot clock.
Look at that. What a shot.
That's a good shot.
See,
right
I
there.
told you he was going to love shooting. Look how much he stayed down in the ball, too. he was down until the cue ball stopped.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, Gary. That might have been the most I've ever seen anybody stay down on the ball after the shot. Right there. That was pretty good, Gary.
Tell you what, this is a good little team right here.
Yeah, it is. They're playing pretty solid, pretty fluid. I don't know if this is biased or not, but I may have negotiated a deal with Gary for some venison. It has nothing to do with the pool, but I used to hunt all the time, and it's been a number of years since I've really
No, I don't mind
applied
taking
myself
4
to
first
it.
here.
Yeah, I like the 4 first
He's
too.
all right
Yep.
with this, but now he's got to come back.
4
and roll,
gets
which
you
is
over on
fine.
that ball, and then you get over to the 2 ball. Gary can run back and forth with the cue ball, but if you go above the 2, you bring the side pocket into play. If you go across the left side and above, I almost like going across and staying underneath it.
Yep, that's
Take
what
the
he's-
scratch
that's what
out of
he's
play.
gonna do.
Oh, he's going to
going
come up
high.
light. He's gonna come. Oh, that got there though.
Might be
It's
all right
cuttable.
there. Yeah.
It's cuttable.
Nice little play right there.
So Todd, just slice it down. No matter where you're at, you're going to be on the 8 ball. Just how much of a back cut you want to leave Gary?
Nice
Oh,
shot.
how about just straight in? Yeah, good shot and good speed. Okay. Is that better, Scott? Oh, move it away a little bit.
I can turn
Or
it down.
turn the sound down a little bit, too. Oh, no, he scratched.
Oh, wow.
Scratched on the 8.
Lost the game.
Whoa. Hey, let us know if this works. I kind of thought it was a little bit close, too. And one disadvantage on my headset is that I no longer have that foam cover. I'll use a PG version, foam cover for the actual microphone. So sometimes I feel like when I'm talking, it's kind of a squeak. So if it does, I apologize. But I did move the mic away a little bit, and we turned the volume down just a little bit on my end. So.
No, it was it's a 45 seconds. He was 45 seconds.
So we're at 2-1
That was by Claire.
off of that scratch by Gary. Wow, what an unfortunate scratch. I didn't feel at all that he had to really put that much on that 8 ball, but sitting over here, it's oftentimes a lot easier than over there. So Todd at the table. Looks like he's going to cut the 9 on the side. The only real trouble for stripes will be that 14 ball. And the 15 only has one. Well, it does have 2 pockets. The upper and left corner and the lower left corner. But it's not very accessible. And I think that 14 is going to be their undoing myself for stripes. may be why they lose this game. That's a really tough spot, that 14. Not only in a tough spot, I mean, it's hard to get to off of any of the other stripes. You know, there's no real clear breakout for it, unless you get ball in hand. But Tang at the table, and don't move that too much off that 14. Don't move. Oh boy. You got to be careful with moving balls around like that. If your opponent has one in trouble, if avoidable at all, don't shoot balls into that area and don't accidentally move them. There was a game before this match started. I was having a little bit of dinner here, and then a couple people were playing on table 21. And one of the players did something where he kicked. He had two balls, and one was tied up, and the guy had a solid tied up, and he kicked at the ball that was tied up. And good shot, Gary. And I told him, after whatever you do, lose the game by kicking at the other one, maybe not hit it, maybe give up ball in hand and lose the game, but lose it that way. Don't lose it by doing your opponent's work for you with a problem ball. Don't do that to yourself, if possible.
All right, back in action here.
Now, Gary, I don't think that 15 goes down there past that 5. My eyes aren't what they used to be. I can tell that ball don't go.
He just waved no shot, so he just tied that 2 up.
Tied up to 2. If I'm Matt, here's what I do. If I'm playing singles, I take the 5, I draw up above the 7, and I shoot the 7-11-2 combo. But
I'd have a little angle. He might butt into that 15
in
from
Scotch
there, though.
doubles, I don't think that's what you do. I don't think that's what you do.
Playing the bank.
I think he was, nice shot. And I think it was kind of a two-way playing the cue ball, too.
He was safe there.
Now, if I'm Tang, I don't mind even on the 6, just kind of tucking into it a little bit and then hiding the cue ball over there behind the 1 ball. That is not a bad spot.
All right, Scott.
Shot?
Scott Emmerfall, he's got to turn his hearing aid up or fix his TV or get a new one. Don't use that old tube TV, Scotty. Because George said the sound is great. Everybody said the sound is great, but Scotty's not. Well, Scotty, too hotty. You need to figure your stuff out. It's not our end.
Sometimes you can check too on your if you're watching via the YouTube on your browser or an app. Check the volume slider on the YouTube, and then also if you have through your TV, look for like auto volume setting and disable that during the match. Because that way, what I've been told is that our voices will be matched to the background sounds, and if there's not much background sounds, it'll quiet it some. So that might be a possibility on your end too. Well, you're gonna go off that bottom rail, Matt, and snap follow and break that 2 out.
He's looking like it's too straight.
Yeah, it kind of does look like that. And I think if you bump it, it's going to go on the rail maybe under the 14.
He's prolonging the game right there.
He got to the rail. Well, if I'm Todd, I might take this advantage here if I can move that 14.
Absolutely.
Would be a good time to. Or how about this? Can he stop shot on the 11 and then move the 11 to the rail and move the 11 and 14? Can he, lock that cue ball right on top of the 2 there? I like that, though. I like getting one of those balls out of there. I think he needed to protect it against the 7, though, which I think he was trying to do.
Yep, Tank can get over on that 4 ball if he needs it. I mean, he's got to put a stroke on this, though.
Yeah, Todd had to just get a little bit over behind that 15 ball, and he would have protected that.
He might
that might not be good for him. Yeah, I'd do safety too, Matt.
Yeah.
This is kind of
hit more into the rail and knock the bottom rail.
Hit the rail first. Yep. Kind of a kick and stick.
Just like that
right there. Kick and stick. Shot. That's a really good shot, Matt. That's nice. Yeah, Gary, this is a tough spot, my friend. Let's see what you got in your bag of tricks here. He's gonna have, if he's going for the 15, he may scratch in the side. He's gonna go off the 11. But look at that shot.
Oh,
Oh, my
oh,
gosh.
oh,
Oh,
oh.
my God. Wow. How'd he hit it?
That was a great shot.
No, you know, and I'll call him an old timer. Some of them old timers are pretty crafty.
Pretty
with
cagey.
it. Yep.
Look at this.
Look at this
Look
one.
at this.
Oh my goodness! Almost a perfect speed too. That was a great try. Good. That was a good shot. Dang. We are seeing it. Now I do not want to make this 15. Don't make this mistake at home. Don't make your 15 right here. If you can shoot that 15 off that rail, good for you. Go have a bowl of Wheaties or something as a celebration. But don't do it in this situation. Do not make this ball. Don't make this ball. There you go. Beautiful. And he got it back down and play.
Get back
I
down
like
here.
that
That's
a
a
lot.
nice shot if he can get out.
Yep.
Too bad it wasn't out just a little bit more.
Scott, you like it when we say your name on the live stream. Oh, I'm glad that we can make your evening, Scott.
Who was that, Scotty Too High?
Yeah. He may actually hear you loud and clear, Jerry. He just says that so he's mentioned his name on the stream. I think that's what the play is here.
I see what he's doing. He's trying to be tricky.
Hey, here's a butt cap over here. What is
Yeah,
this
it's
from?
11-8 Revo.
Oh.
It's a nice little shot right there.
Man, Gary's come back with another really good defensive shot. That's a good shot, too. Got the 4-ball over in front of the pocket. Well done. Well done. I like that. Now, there is a spot over there behind the 11 and 2 off the 15, but, man, that's a small little window. Because that 2 goes in the 5 pretty easy. If you get straight onto the 2, obviously you shoot the combo, but I think the only play you have is to go over there behind those balls. I don't know if I want to go this way. No, I don't think I want to go that way because Matt is going to blast into it off this 4-ball now. You got to play when you're doing defenses, defensive shots and safeties. You got to play chess, not always play checkers. And by that I mean, yeah, you might, not give them a shot, but you got to look at what you leave them for a breakout, and you got to look at them for what they're going to do back to you for a safety like that.
Yep.
So you got to think a couple of shots ahead on those. It's 20 years ago, a person could get away with doing a safety and just leaving a tough shot or whatever, or tying a ball up. But now, in this day and age, you need to think a couple shots ahead. It isn't just enough to tie up a ball. You got to make sure that they can't see theirs, and there's a lot more variables now. Everybody plays better, and that means the defensive safeties have to be leveled up too, to be effective. And that's not even talking about the little jump cues. That technology has taken off to where a lot of players from all different levels are very proficient with them. So when you're doing these safeties and defensive shots, one, make sure you're thinking a couple of shots ahead. Hey, am I going to get stuck in jail in return? And then, he barely got enough to bump that ball. That was pretty good, Matt. And also, you've got to lock up close if they have a jump cue and if they're good with it. Some people jump so well that you almost got to lock onto that ball. And there are some good shot. There are some, obviously safeties like that we see kind of semi-regularly in 8-ball. Like you roll a ball into the rail and then it comes out a little bit and you hide the cue ball behind there. There's some shots that we do pretty regularly, and I would suggest that, it's as boring as it may be, is to practice just various safeties and get a little bit more proficient with them. Even if you can shoot at balls when you're practicing by yourself, do some kind of, if you're not going to do drills like pocketing balls, do some drills like the safeties. Take 10 or 15 minutes, and just try to just hit safeties better. You know what I mean? And even if you go one step further, take a little notepad with you when you play pool, or use your phone, notes or whatever. And then when you're playing a match, or if you're in a tournament, whatever, and if you come into a safety situation that maybe you don't hit very well, write it down. Oh, tough scratch. Ball in hand anywhere on the table with BCA rules. But, write down that shot. Or you could even do it on shots. But on safeties especially, if you miss hit or if you sell out on a safety, remember that. And then when you get a chance at the table, spend some time to practice that. Get more proficient. You'll win more games. You're going to be more competitive. And what you're going to do is you're going to reward yourself better for the time you put in at the table. And that's really, I think, the big part about it. If you're putting time in, playing leagues and practicing, etc., reward yourself by working on a couple of things that will pay off dividends. And one of them is safeties. My sermon is over. So there's coffee and donuts on the way out the door, and thank you for coming today. That's it. Hey, thank you, Ken. I hope you guys are doing well up there. Is there any ice on that big pond up there yet? Rainy Lake Charters, one of the best in the business. Look them up if you're heading up to the border and you want to go vacation or whatever. Get up there and book it with him. Rainy Lake Charters. If you're going up north, that far north, give them a ring. Because, as far as like drills, I took a summer years ago where I did a whole ton of drills, and it paid off, but oh my goodness, you want to talk about a lonely existence. I mean, good safe off there, Tang. There's a really good safe. Tucked it behind there. Can't see any of the solids. Very nice. And that's kind of an example there of the safe I was talking about, where we roll a ball into the rail, it comes back out, and we put the cue ball behind it in some fashion. Very good. Yeah, I wouldn't think you'd be iced over yet, but it's got to be getting kind of close, huh? Pretty soon that bear that's been hanging around up there will find a little nest and start snoring for a few months. So, pretty good pictures you've been sharing, though. I really appreciate that. I like that kind of wildlife like that. If you're in Minnesota here, you got to appreciate that, right? You got to appreciate that stuff. You got a bear going through your yard. I mean, that's a pretty blessed existence right there, man. So Matt Sherman at the table, working on solids. They got a couple game leads. Here it's pretty early though. 15 has a couple pockets. It will go in the upper left corner, and it'll go in the upper right corner once the 14 and the 10 ball's moved. And it will go down in the lower right corner too, but I would wager that 15 will end up going where the 12 is going at some point. That's a good little stroke right there, Tang. Very good. Might have ran a little bit further than you wanted to, but you stroke that ball in. Whether it's a soft shot, hard shot, firm, or whatever, stroke the cue ball.
It might be more for me than it's
Ty Wilson had him on the podcast, What Now in Pool, and he was adamant about that there's a stroke on every shot. Stroke the ball in. And you'll notice a difference on the way the ball sounds when it drops into the pocket. If you haven't heard that, What Now in Pool, the podcast on Facebook, and there's 4 episodes up there, but the one with Ty Wilson is where he talks in depth about that, referring to Shane Van Boning and the way that he shoots balls, and you hear that little tink, and the ball hits the pocket just a certain way. These guys are making pretty good work at this rack here. That 15 will go in the lower right corner now. In fact, that cue ball is sitting so good right now, it'd be hard not to shoot it right now, but I get it. Let's get a little bit closer. There you go. Yeah, well done, Matt. Well done. Yep, brought that ball a little bit closer for your partner.
Cindy Blomquist, table 14.
14 days that bear was with you. That is something. Yeah, that is something. 5 days ago, huh? Probably found its nest by now. Getting close anyways, right? Now, I don't know if I hold the cue ball here. I might punch this in firm enough to take the 8 ball in the side pocket. As far as holding it for the upper left corner. I don't think you're going to hold it for the side at all, but this will go in the right side pocket here. There you go. Very nice. Take the natural path of the cue ball if you can, and that was just a little bit of a back cut. The cue ball naturally goes that direction. Just all you're doing is almost like bowling. You're taking your hand behind the bowling ball, and you're just kind of helping it along. The cue ball, and the conversation I had with it, loves that. It doesn't like the reverse direction. Well, it does. But if you can take that cue ball and just help it along the path that you're shooting it, roll it along the path, it is going to be so much more consistent for you. A lot of times, we got to drop back. We got to hit it with the inside. We got to do some funny stuff with it. Great, and we all can do that. But the most consistent, I feel, is that when if you have the 2-rail shape. A few games ago when Matt had that 8-ball on the side, he went 2 rails with the cue ball, a natural path just to go straight in line for the 8-ball. It makes the game look so easy. And our goal as players is just to be more consistent, We all play good, at our levels we play good. We just got to be more consistent. The human factor. We all battle that opponent. And sometimes it can be the toughest opponent in the pool room is ourselves. For sure. Yeah, I'd be all over stripes here too. I kind of like that 10 to start out, but I think it's a little bit more of a back cut than I'm envisioning from my chair here. That's a good shot. I think he's got on the 12, didn't he? Or are they taking solids here? Wow, okay. And they're sitting really good. 6. Oh, he's on the 2 right now. Do you take it now? I think you almost have to. If he's on that 2, I think he has to take it. Just bring it back just about a ball and a half. And get on the 6. There you go. Yeah, these guys, we might as well take that shot clock and put it away for the night with this team. And with the other team. Uh-oh. See, on that one there, Teng should have just floated over to the rail and then came out right about where the 13 is now. He could, just slide it over the rail, take the 3-5 combo next. But this will work out still. Oh, hold up. Hold up. Good shot. Good shot. Play the 3 in the side or in the corner, depending on your control. I like going in the corner in there too. You have a lot more room. A lot more of a window, I should say. Whereas on the 3 in the side, you got just a little narrow window where you're kind of good on it. Matt will just draw back a little bit and 8-ball on the side. Good shot. Nice control on that too. These guys, Teng and Matt, may have tickets for the 9 o'clock show because they are moving along very proficiently and at a great pace. This pace is a commentator's dream. I'm not gonna lie. This is a wonderful pace. In fact, we might even have him play 2 sets here. Why not? Best of 3. Tommy Ross in the house. There he be. $280 first place for the Friday night weekly tournament. Side jackpot $3,800, and I think it was 31 going into it. So depending on how many entries, it'll go up a little bit, but man, nice solid break. Very nice. And I'm going to give away the secret that I maybe discovered Friday night. Cut break from that side, kind of what Teng did right there too, and you've seen other guys breaking from there now. That cut break on that second ball, it's a game changer from over there. It's a game changer. Without the break working as well last week, it'd be a different match against Brent Fletcher and Rob Madsen. Brent, if you're watching this or you do watch this, man, thanks for coming down. I hadn't seen you in a long time, man. I remember when I lived up there in Fargo for about a year, and We had some lengthy battles, man. It's great seeing you, my friend. I hope it ain't so long the next time. I'll make sure it's not as long next time, all right? You're a good friend, my friend. It's good to see you. What's up, Funk Man? In the house or heading out of the house? Oh, boy. Look at that cue ball. Well, Gary, it's wide open from here, man. For, I don't know. You know what I might try to do here? I'm going to kick off that left side rail. See the number on the 6? I'm going to try to graze right off that and put the cue ball right back down below the 9 ball. It's not easy. Nope, not easy. But that may have been his best opportunity there, though. And that's a shot like that right there. Kicking off that rail and then grazing that 6, putting it under the 9. You're not going to see that a lot, but practice it and just kind of get a feel for that. What it'll teach you is not necessarily just that shot, but cue ball control. It'll pay off in other shots. Oh, that's a good shot. No, you're okay. You're okay. You can cut that ball in. That was a good shot on that ball. Tell you from experience, those long straight in ones on here are a little bit of an angle. You get those bright lights going on around the perimeter of this table and the stream going. That's a lot tougher than it looks. Everything changed. Oh, what a bad break. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Matt. Yeah, you hit that 5 at a good speed too, and you're going right down in the corner pocket with it. Tang should be able to handle this, though. But man, what a tough little break that was. Matt was he was going to be perfect to put that 5 a little bit down the rail, and then they shoot the 5, and then they're on the 6. But now, a lot tougher task here. Yeah, again, there ain't going to be time for no cheesecake, huh? Yeah, Bells, you better hurry. I hope you guys, P&B Apparel, I hope that, I know you said something on the circular bag tags and that, but if you got anything kind of, oh, look at this shot. Man, what a good try. What a good try. Wow. If you got anything made up on those or a simulation of it, send it over in the messenger or something, and we'll put it in order with you guys. Oh, actually, yeah, we had something going with the shirts too, so. So Gary and Todd with a much-needed reprieve from Matt and Tang, just running balls, putting on a clinic so far. And definitely, if you've seen this stream before, you know this is not an insurmountable difference at all. And this, with the balls being wide open, it's really a good table. Just kind of get a little bit of a rhythm going if you're down 1-5. These are the tables we want right here. So this 15 here, come back across above the 13, and the cue ball might even go back. Well, he's going to hit it up further, so. But you can run that ball, the cue ball, back to the left side of the 13 and take the 13 next, or run it back across again and take it in the lower left corner. But they have 2 balls up table still, so a lot of ways to get out here. Ooh, here we go. All right, Gary. Here's a tester. Put some low right on it. Kill the cue ball off the left side rail. Good shot. Good shot. Cue ball will be protected off this ball too here. So if he doesn't make it, they're going to be safe with the cue ball. And that's a good shot. Well done. Well done, and good job clearing that table up. Uh-oh. Oh, wow, I thought that was hitting that point, that outside point. Oh, Gary. So 2-5, race to 9, live at CR Sports Bar. Mark Weaver in the booth, Mr. Jerry Johnson floating around from time to time. And this is the only match for the evening. Originally, again, there was 2 scheduled, but with scheduling conflict, one had to be postponed. And then myself and Josh were approached too, and I think that I wasn't sure if Josh or Hank, somebody had something going on too, so we couldn't fill the empty slot. So 1 match tonight. Now Gary will hit that second ball from this side of the table. Watch the cue ball. Goes into the rail and back out. Good break. Good break. Look at these stripes. Look at these stripes all over it. The ball that will matter the most is going to be the 15, I believe. If they get on that ball, everything else gets easy. Oh, no. Oh, you got to make those. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, you got to make those. Yep, Matt doing the right thing, checking if it's open still. Very, very good to communicate with your opponents.
Søren Erickson, Josh Schmidt, table 18.
No, take the 7 first. Take the 7. Yeah, I think you have to take the 7 there first. Because the 3 will stick you there. The 7 you can draw back out, or you could take the 4 next and then come back for a better angle on that ball there. You got to shoot that other ball first. You see how that stripe stuck the cue ball over there? You have to take that 7 first, in my opinion, and come back for that ball. Oh man, he almost made. I didn't know if he had room to make that ball over there. That was awful close. Now, here we are with stripes again with a cleanup table. Down 2-5. These are the tables you want to have when you're behind. Everything of yours wide open, and you just kind of got to go through the motions. Make sure you have a pattern, have a plan. Play with purpose, and just clean up the table.
Travis Erickson.
So now from here on the 12, I float over, take the 15 next. Yep, right over there, Gary. Thank you for making me look good. Or sound good. I do have a face for TV according to... Oh, no, Gary! Oh, no. Ouch. Ouch. That is going to hurt. On a shot like that, okay... You see how Gary, he hit it too hard, obviously, okay? But what I like to do on those balls is my target is to get the cue ball just to the rail. Because with Simonis and these rails, if you just roll the ball into the rail, you're going to have enough inertia from that where it's going to come off enough to get a clean shot with a full cue ball. I don't try to come, my target, in other words, isn't an inch or so off the rail. My target is actually the rail. Because if I target that inch off the rail, I'm going to overhit it more than if I just target the rail, if that makes sense. Shot. Man, Matt's got some good speed control with that cue ball. And they should be looking at 6-2 here. That was a very, very unfortunate mistake by Gary there, and he missed on the 8-ball earlier too in a game. So, hey, how you doing, bud? Good to see you, man. Had people coming up by the booth saying hello. Always appreciated. From the 6 to the 3. And we really do. Right? We may not speak that enough, but Jerry and myself, we really appreciate all the kind words and compliments and even the critiques. Because, there's things we can do better. And, we've tried to learn on some of the things. And we really appreciate hearing from everybody out there about, enjoying the stream and the content. And oh, Tang ran that one a little bit far. Here we go. How about this back cut? I guarantee there ain't many of us watching this right now that want to be in Matt's shoes, right? Oh boy, this is not an easy ball. You got to trust the cut, trust your stroke. The cue ball is going to be safe. Don't worry about the cue ball. Focus on just hitting that contact point on the 8, and that ball goes. It sounds simple, right? It's tough to always execute it, but the beauty of the tables these days, and even before, but you get some with bad rolls, etc. The beauty of these diamond tables and this Simone is that you touch that contact point with the cue ball, that ball is going to go in the pocket. So all you focus on here is just that exact spot on the 8 ball. Don't worry about the cue ball. I might not draw this. I think I might roll into it, but everybody has their more comfortable shot. Oh, he went over for that pocket. I think I'm back cutting that 8 ball. He tried to go up to that upper left corner. I think I back cut that. It may not be right. I'm just saying my personal choice on that would be to back cut, taking the upper right corner. But again, back to that, we appreciate it. I've played a lot of tournaments. I've been out through Denver, been out to Vegas and stuff. And oh, Gary, I shouldn't have talked hunting with you before the match as long as we did, but I may be responsible for this. And I may not be getting any venison this year after all. Oh, crap. I got to send Gary an apology card or something. I hope I didn't distract you, Gary. We only talked for a few minutes, but again, as far as the words, Brainerd through the Midwest and stuff, and we appreciate it so much. It's been about 5 years of commentating and stuff. I've have no problem at all sitting here for a few hours on the Friday, sometimes longer. If we do a double match or whatever, I've had no problem. I enjoy it. I enjoy giving back to the community, trying to help people with their games, try to entertain you folks out there. And I like to take this Friday night tournament. There's payouts tonight of $280 for first. Sometimes it's $400. It's regularly round, $200 up or $300, $400. A jackpot's been a few $1,000s. I mean, if I wanted to go and make some coin playing this silly game that we do, I wouldn't be sitting in the booth if it was about the cash. I'd be out there playing in this Friday night tournament. But I love, like Jerry does, giving back to the community. So I really appreciate all the words we've gotten over the years. I don't mind giving up all that opportunity for the cash on these weeklies and stuff like that at all, because one comment or word, like just here tonight, this person just came by and reached their hand out and shook my hand and said, hey, good seeing you, whatever. That stuff right there is priceless. So thank you from my heart and from Jerry and from everybody here. We appreciate it all. We do this for you people out there in the stream, and thank you all for tuning in as much as you do. All right, Gary, you got some redemption to do, my friend. We're on redemption road now, Gary, you and me. That cue ball might have ended up in a little bit of a tough spot. I think the 4 does go. But Todd will have to bring the cue ball. He could draw into the 2 if he wants, but I like going over to the side rail and bringing the cue ball back out in the middle of the table. Try not to even touch the 2 and 3 right now. Yeah, just like that. That's a well-hit ball. Well done. That was very good. Now, the 1 ball and the 5 ball. The 5 ball is reachable from right there. The 1 ball will have to bank cross side to the left side pocket. Now, Todd can float this 3 in, bring the cue ball down to the bottom rail, and right over by the 12 and get on the 5. Oh, well, there's a bank. So Gary can bank the 5. We're still alive here. Bank the 5, bring the cue ball right about there, and then leave a bank on the 1. And I would, for good measure, also bank the 8 myself, but these two don't have to do that. Pinch this a little bit. Look at this shot. Man, what a bank area. What a beautiful bank. Pinching it means you tighten up the angle that it comes off the rail. So instead of it going out a little bit wider, you hit it with the inside, and then it'll tighten up the angle it comes off. That's pinching. And, now see there? He pinched it a little bit too much. Tightened up the angle coming off that rail too much, and it came up short. If you want to widen it, you often hit the cue ball with some outside. If you want to pinch it, oftentimes it's with the inside. So now Gary and Tang will have another cleanup table here that they had actually gifted Todd and Gary a couple of times with. Yeah, I'd go up there and grab that one too. I don't like that 14 from where it is. Then you start moving the 9 and the 8 again. You know, who knows? Something might end up funny off that, right? This is a rack here where if you don't have to move those two balls in the middle of the table, just don't stay away from them. If I'm Matt here, yeah, safety. Excellent move. I like this a lot. In fact, I might not make this ball. You can make it, but you don't have to. You can leave it hanging in the hole if you want. I don't think it affects it either way. Yeah, see right there, keep it up in front of the hole. I kind of like having it up there because you can always make it, you can always get to it. You don't necessarily have to make it, but it's kind of nice having a duck sitting up there. You never know what this crafty old veteran will do here. So, a little bit of a back cut in the 11 or play safe. Don't have to make it. There you go. Good shot. Oh, watch the cue ball. Yeah, good shot. You have to make that ball. There's no reason to play safe there, Ting. Well done. So, 12 ball, cue ball down to the bottom rail. Come over to that side of the table. If you go long, you take the 9 in the corner or in the side. If you come up short, you take either ball in the corners. So many options here. Well done, well done. Nick Hansen in the house. The ageless wonder, Nick Hansen. Dude, you look just like you looked when you were 20 years old, man. Oh, boy, oh, boy. Uh-oh. Yeah. Tang is giving Matt a workout here, that's for sure. You got to take that other ball next time, Tang. Not trying to come down on you, but make it easier for Matt. Take that ball on the side, roll forward, and then take the other one on the other side. But, wow, what a shot, Matt. Well done. Well done. Man, oh, man. Good out. Good out. 7-2, race to 9. We are, again, live, upper right corner of your screen. CR Sportsbar. We're, of course, Coon Rapids, Minnesota, the mecca of pool in the upper Midwest. Nah, we could throw that shot clock back in the office and send that dude home. I think so, yep. I think so. 7-2, we're not even an hour into it. We've had 9 games. A few weeks ago, a match lasted 5 hours and 20 minutes, for context. And that's the upper bracket. Very impressed. Again, this pace of play is a commentator's dream. I am not going to lie. Oh, no. Cue ball. That's it. You're off the team, Matt says. I'll go the rest of the way alone. Oh, my. 7-2. Big lead, but not insurmountable at all. And, Gary and Todd have had opportunities in most of those games. So, capitalizing on your opportunities in any sport, even in life itself, is a big key.
Mark Noah, Jason K, table 20.
Given opportunities, capitalize. And if you don't capitalize, the things that you erred on, work on those things. practice those things. If you don't want to spend hours just, shooting the same shot over and over, etc., practice the things that have cost you games and matches. It is boring. Drills, it takes a lot to be able to do drills, but boy, do they pay off dividends. They really do. But like I said, I took one summer years back and did it. A friend of mine, Rich Harris, had helped me through that summer with a bunch of different drill ideas. And, ooh, boy, is it lonely, but sure helped. There were days when I would go to a nearby venue and I wouldn't play a single game. And there's days, too, when I'd go there and I'd leave within 15 minutes because I wasn't giving the due diligence and I wasn't going to practice bad habits. So I don't know. Drills are boring, but I tell you, it benefits. The benefits are you can't put a price tag on them. Oh, hold up, cue ball. Hold up. Okay, go further. Now we got to get in the 8 ball.